Hey, this is Charles D'Amico with Blue Handle Publishing and the Book Puma Services platform. How's it going, guys? Today we are going to talk about editing. Honestly, the thing I made the most mistakes on in the beginning as an author, editing. And we'll use it in a sentence. Charles D'Amico struggles with editing. We'll use it in another sentence that someone not me might say. Charles D'Amico doesn't understand editing. But the beauty is I don't need to, because I've got this huge team of people that work for us at Blue Handle Publishing and Book Puma that really love editing. And they love making your manuscript the best it can be. Think of them like the personal trainers who are going to kick your butt and get your manuscript into shape, and me, the general manager, the fat guy in the corner with a cup of coffee yelling at all the fit people. That's what this is. But all joking aside, what is editing? We have all different types of editing. We're going to focus on four main types. We're going to focus on development editing. We're going to focus on line editing, copy editing, and proofreading. So we're going to do it in order. So developmental editing is kind of going over your story. It's making sure the characters fit. You don't change the name of the main character halfway through the book. You laugh, but it's happened. You make sure that there's no open loops or no callbacks that need to be answered. Maybe one of your characters was talking to a friend of theirs. They had a conversation. They said, I'll call you tomorrow. 3 days passed. They never called. Now you can argue and be like, well, maybe they're just a dick. They never called their friend back. Okay, yes. But chances are a reader might be annoyed with that. So you kind of got to close a little bit more loops when you do a book or a manuscript, because unlike life, we want it to be clean. Also, what is a copy edit? So your copy edit is going to be what I struggled with the most, which is, things like there, and there, or comma versus semicolon versus period. Or as my one editor told me, you can use a period. Don't be afraid to use them. They are your friend. And then there's a line edit. Your line edit is kind of more, how is the structure just at a simple paragraph level, right? How does this paragraph flow? How does this page flow? So here at Book Puma and Blue Handle, one of our cool services that we have is when you bring your manuscript to us, you don't just get assigned one editor. You get assigned a team of 3. And that team of 3 is going to work with you on your book, whether you sign up for a developmental package because you're not done with it, or you're trying to work on a finished manuscript. The nice thing about that is, instead of the traditional world of paying for one set of eyes, you now get 6. Unless you get stuck with Stacy. Stacy's only got one eye, but it's really good, so don't worry. I'm just kidding. Stacy's not a real person. But it is a gender-neutral name. So is Stacy a boy or a girl? And are you one of those people? See, we're going to have a little fun today talking about editing. It's because I struggled with it. I have a really good personal love-hate relationship. My relationship with editing is like that couple you knew in high school and college that fought all the time, and everyone was like, why don't you break up? Be like, we love each other. That's my relationship with editing. So one of the big things I didn't really struggle with is development editing, meaning how does the story fit? Are there any issues in your storyline? Part of that is because I have a tendency to be able to sit down and just write a book all the way through. For example, I wrote Colloquium in 9 days. I wrote Requiem in like 14 to 15 days, and I wrote about 1 million words in just under 14 months. Now, what that does mean, though, is when you're writing that fast, you're going to have issues with things like line editing and copy editing, where one of my ARC readers used to laugh. He's like, I can always tell when you went on a tear because the storyline's amazing, but the grammar's like a 3-year-old. So you got to find your weakness and don't be afraid to take it on the chin. You want editors to tear it up because you want the editor to tear it up, not the reader. And I learned that the hard way. Even though I'd already paid for a lot of editors and spent a ton of money, which is why this platform exists, is because I want to bring a better experience to writers and authors. I wrote a ton and spent way more money than I would like to admit, because my wife will watch this video someday. And if she knew how much I spent, we might get divorced. Probably not, but she'd still be really pissed, because I spent a ton of money on editing, and I still missed the mark because it's just the system. I didn't understand it, and I didn't understand how many different layers there were to it. So that's why here at Book Puma, we're going to give you the layers. We're going to take care of it for you, and we're going to create a team to work with you. Think of it like if you were working out, that instead of hiring a dietitian or just reading a blog about it, and then hiring a trainer, and then hiring a life coach, we're giving you all 3 at once. You may not know which one's doing which part on your manuscript because it depends on which manuscript they're working on. The person with the most strength is going to lead, and they're going to help you get to the best part. That's the beauty of this. If you have more than one set of eyes and multiple brains keeping an eye on something, imagine the amazing things you guys can get out of your manuscript. This is Charles D'Amico with Blue Handle Publishing and the Book Puma Services platform.